Here's a hill that I'm going to die on. Number one, you are balancing encounters, whether you're playing sandbox games or whether you're doing more of a railroad style game or a game on rails. Not necessarily railroading, but rails, meaning we have an adventure we're trying to accomplish. Balancing doesn't mean to make a counter winnable. Yes, I know that's what the word means. You are not who I'm talking to. If you want to argue that, go somewhere else. Balancing an encounter means the encounter fits for a purpose. It's balanced to a reason. Balanced encounters can be easy, they become hard, they can become unwinnable, but it's allowing your players to know what it is they're actually going up against. That's really the balancing act of an encounter. We can talk about making encounters balanced, meaning, hey, I want to have an encounter that serves this purpose, that is difficult for the players, and that really stresses the resources. That is a thing that we're trying to balance. We're trying to create something that gives a specific environment. For those people that do sandbox-style campaigns, I just put whatever's in front of it, then most encounters should be easy, unless everything in your world is dangerous, and then your players should be dead. So this is one of those things where I've watched sandbox people on tables say, I don't balance anything, but they do. They put easy encounters in front of their players so their players can grow and can level. The majority of things are easy, and when they encounter something that's difficult, they will telegraph that to their players that this is something that's going to be more difficult. The thing is that you as the dungeon master are still choosing what goes in front of your player. That right there is the key. That is the balancing act of you're choosing to put bandits. Why are they level 1? Why wouldn't they be level 3? Why wouldn't they be level 5? What is it that makes that? Is the players? No, it's just the world. Okay, why is that? And then as the players get higher level, you start putting more difficult things in front of them. Well, they're in a more difficult place. They're in a more difficult situation. So you're balancing the encounters. No. You're balancing the encounters. How you balance and how you choose to balance and how you choose to progress your party and the table you have, that's all on you. And if you like to put things in front of your players that are unwinnable, that doesn't mean you're not giving them balanced encounters, because balancing in a TTRPG is not just about creating winnable encounters. It's about telegraphing. It's about letting the players know when something is difficult, when it's not difficult. And that's about setting the appropriate expectation. We're still balancing, but it's semantics at this point. The goal is that if I'm going to put an encounter in front of my players need to know whether it's winnable or not. Even in a sandbox game, your players should still be able to figure that out. Because as players, we are going to assume that we should be able to take on whatever in front of us, because how would we know the power difference? How would we know level 4 from level 10? How would we know that difference there? Unless the mechanics directly influence the world and the players know about them. So again, balancing or metagaming. It's up to you.